Yo, can I just take a moment, actually, before I play another game? And this has nothing to do with the game I just played. The game I was just playing, well, actually kind of does, I guess, but not really. Before I get into another, and I'll log into the original. I'll be real with you. I guess I'll just come out and say it. I think that I'm getting to a point where I'm starting to doubt the longevity of this game. I'm starting to get to a point where I am in longevity in terms of, yes, I know the game's been around for like fucking ever. That's precisely the problem, I think. I'm starting to have a lot of doubts about the future of my content in terms of it just being so focused on League of Legends. I think eventually, I don't know when, but this has just been in my head when I was on vacation. I think something happened in the past couple years for me in this game. I think COVID, as terrible as it was for the world, was really, really good for the game. But since COVID has kind of been, you know, put in the past, and more or less people are playing this game, and less Western players want anything to do with it, I'm starting to kind of realize that, like, I don't really see the magic of it anymore. At least in terms of, I'm not optimistic. How about that? I think that's fair, right? I don't want to do a donkey, oh, I'm hard stuck plat, you know, and I'm mad, so I'm just going to quit. Sorry to Donkey, I like his content, but that's really what it was. I think I'm not going to do the thing where I say I'm just going to quit the game. I've tried quitting this game before, and you know, after a year off or 2 years off, I found my way back to playing it because it's a good game. But I am concerned about the direction of it. I think for the first time in a long time, I'm not confident that there's a lot of things that bother me with it. One of the things that bother me a lot is that there's absolutely zero effort still for 10 years in stabilizing the game. It's stabilizing in so many ways. I just tried to load a replay after a teammate that I got trolled my game and gave up. He trolled my game and gave up because he knows he's never gonna have to worry about giving up having any sort of consequence. He knows it. He's known it for years. He knows that even if he gets in trouble by some fucking mythical reason, he gets in trouble, he's gonna be able to jump to a different account. I wanted to just immediately deafen my team and mute their shit, but when I did that, I turned off my own pings for some reason, because that's a thing now. There's champions all over this game that are just chaotic and out of control, and there's no real way to like actually plan this game out anymore as a play. It's just, it feels like claw and grab these champions, these gimmicks, and throw them into your ranked game as soon as possible or suffer the consequences. Classic example being the Tryndamere. Tryndamere has finally been taken to a point where he's just dog shit. He's just absolute dog shit. It's either I, you know, basically change my strategy up completely, or I just can't play. You know, I have to get these new fucking champs going or do something different or whatever, which is fine. You know, that's one complaint in the sea of many. And like, if you kind of box yourself in a corner, I guess don't be surprised that like eventually you're gonna have to change. But I guess what I'm saying is that like nothing makes sense to me. My game, I can't just on the example earlier. Replays don't work. Champions that are released are constantly broken. There's exploits in the game that aren't fixed. There's no refs in high elo. People can just troll outright and they never really get in any trouble at all. I saw multiple people climb to around the elo that I was in. I've seen multiple people climb beyond the elo that I was in. I've seen an account that climbed to my elo that played through Smurf Q. I've seen an account that climbed to my elo that played without Smurf Q. I've seen an account that climbed to my elo playing 20 games when I had to play 150. I've seen accounts that have climbed beyond me that had the same MMR for 2 years ago, jumped on the account, didn't have to climb at all, and were immediately ahead of me. I've seen accounts that came to this server that are just masters or higher MMR. Stuck. You could lose 10 games in a row, and they're still at master tier. I don't feel like anything is getting better. I feel like, as good as this game is, there is no dedicated effort into a real quality of life adjustment for anything that anybody has asked for years. Not to mention, the player base in general is dwindling down on the NA side of things. The player base is dwindling down, and the remaining players think they know everything because they've played the same game for 10 years and they watch the same streamers that are 4, 5, 6, 7 divisions higher than them, leagues higher than them, and then cosplay as the streamers. Everybody thinks they know everything now. That's like a new meta too. And then, on top of that, one thing that has prompted me to have this discussion recently with myself and just talk through it is that the community is toxic, yes, and all games have toxic communities. But I have learned in the past like 6 months of grinding this game that you are just one fucking mistake. Or not even a mistake. I shouldn't even say mistake. That's a bad word choice. You are one slander video from having your reputation destroyed. You are one, like... let me give you an example. If somebody like a fucking Cadril or an LS or an I Will Dominate decides that they're going to make your life miserable, you have to respond to it. You have to. And before you say, no, 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 you don't have to. You actually have to. Do you know why? Because when people attack your business nowadays, it's not just going to be one person. It's going to be a sea of people on TikTok and on Twitter. And you have to defend yourself all the time. So from where I sit, I see a game that maybe 20, 30% of the time when you play it, you actually have like a real say over the outcome. A game that the company that runs it doesn't give a fuck about the majority of the players. Well, sorry, not the majority of the players. The group of players that actively play and promote the shit out of their game. Because they never change anything. And then, to top it all off, I've got a community of people that I'm trying to teach. Right? Well, there's like a huge, loud, even though they're not really a majority, but there's a very, very loud, vocal, and toxic group of people that will essentially go out of their way to try to pretend that they know everything. Even if the math is that any random person that talks to me about League of Legends, even though the math is that they're never going to be, they've never even made Diamond, they're all going to talk as if they know. It's a whole culture around pretending that you know more than you do and not actually doing anything yourself. So, from where I sit, I'm looking at this game in the long term and I'm thinking, is this something that's going to be around at the way that it's going? And even as a coach for the new player experience, there has been no effort at all to incorporate changes to the game to make it more accessible for new players either. You know, I make all these coaching videos. I make more coaching videos free for anybody that wants to learn League of Legends to learn. And I get attacked by the entire community of League of Legends because of the price point. Because I was the only person that ever do that job. Literally. Even now, by the way. Since the point of, like, you know, there were long past, like, slander meta of shit on NEACE, I think. But I've looked at all these content creators that made these coaching videos that have like, oh, I'm a better coach than these. I've seen a bunch of them, but they don't really post coaching still to this day. Even though I've spent the majority of my time playing, which you guys have seen for the past 6 months, there has been nobody, not a single person that has posted regular content to their YouTube channel for coaching. So I'm thinking probably in the next 6 months or so, I'm probably going to play out the season, maybe this entire season or whatever. But I am wrongly considering maybe trying something else. Not just quitting League, not even quitting coaching. I'll still coach. I mean, I've proven I can play at a pretty high level versus pretty good players. And I've proven with thousands of videos that we can, you know, I can always help people with this game. But I am looking at it, especially having taken a little vacation, I'm looking at it kind of side-eyed. Because it's like long ago when Riot talked about, just like as an example, Riot talked about like toxicity and it's like 10 players, 1 player ruins a game, might create another player that'll like ruin a game and so on and so forth. We're at a point now where people just like straight lose on purpose. Like they just don't care. I mean, kind of myself included sometimes. Because I just know that there's not going to be any sort of change to make it so that there's any real competitive integrity. And that's just with the toxic side. That's not even including this ladder shit that I've been talking and bitching about for months. I saw another guy get on the Korean ladder, immediately have Masters MMR, who doesn't deserve it, climb right up to Challenger. And that whole time I'm sitting there thinking, he's like, he might have climbed to Challenger. But that's just another player that pushes the rest of the players down by some gimmick or bullshit that no one can always like reliably replicate. I got people right now coming to Korea making new accounts that are going to climb to my elo or higher with a fifth of the games played, based entirely on the fact that they just started playing at a different time. The patch changed, and now you can just play 20 games and get to Diamond MMR. Completely invalidating any sort of other account that has like grinded their way through, because you're going to have a higher MMR. Like, literally, at any point, which I've already proven, at any point, if I want to climb fast, I just make a new account. That's stupid. It's still stupid. It's so much stupid shit. It's like there's no... It's all gimmicks. I'm pretty sure I just lost to a duo again. Now I'm hearing that it's optimal. Now I'm hearing that it's optimal to take 15 to 20 minutes between each game. Someone told me that the other day. It's 15 to 20 minutes. You wait 15 to 20 minutes between each game. And probably because of some bullshit algorithmic nonsense that they have in their game, they make it so you're more likely to actually have humans or what, I don't know. Like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of this game being about gimmicks and fucking weird shit. And people, like, the psychology around, like, oh, a teammate is about to grief, so you've got to play like a fucking moron as quickly as possible because no one has the mental energy to play for more than 10 minutes. So I think the point that I'm trying to make is that I'm looking at other games. I'm looking at other things that I may want to try that I'd be really passionate about. I am passionate about League, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. But man, do I feel like I feel like a good chunk of my time is waiting. Another example. If you think I'm being dramatic. Game's been out for 10 years. I do not need a degree in game design to figure out why it's fucking retarded that you can dodge at the last second of a champion select. I'm going to say retarded because that's what it is. It is retarded that you can't have a company change the champ select so that the dodging can only happen in the beginning of the champ select. And before you say, oh, well, some people will troll. So what? They're gonna troll anyways. It's so stupid. The arguments are so stupid. All right, why do I have to sit here for this? Then, once you actually make high elo with a champion, like Tryndamere, not a great champion right now. Not a great champion right now. When you make high elo, you have a bunch of Nimrods flaming your picks. So no matter how good you get at this game, no one gives a shit, really, because they're just going to pretend that some dude that they're worshiping is better. Like they're just, whoever it is. Right? It just feels like every piece of this game has become frustrating. Like everything. Like, look, like, think about this. I could get to this champ select right now. I could look at this game right now. And we could spend 5 minutes in this champ select based on the timers. If everybody takes their time, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute. If someone dodges at the last second, that's 5 minutes wasted. I could dodge at the last minute. I'm incentivized to do it. You know? Just frustrating. I don't have a plan on what game I'm playing. I'm just putting out there and emphasizing that I'm not thrilled with the direction of the game. I'm not happy to be streaming right now in terms of I'm happy to be streaming. I'm happy to be playing a game. But man, is this game just seeming like it's really... Between the game and the community itself, there's like no respect for my time. There's just no respect for my time. That's how I feel. No matter how good you are, everybody thinks you suck. No matter how hard you try, Riot's gonna throw little speed bumps in the way of your process. Like, for example, your replay system is just gonna break randomly. You're gonna type def in 1 week, it's gonna work, and then the next week you can't ping anymore. There's gonna be some guy cheating, and then the next game there's gonna be some team that's found some duo strategy that they're abusing and you're not doing, so you get fucked by it. You're gonna have like you're gonna have a day where you get a bunch of remakes and dodges and waste your whole fucking day in champ selects and in lobbies and shit. It's just not. You're gonna log in one day and the entire jungle is gonna be changed to shit when you start to do a climb. Then when you do climb, you're gonna have somebody climb and they're gonna spend a sixth of the time playing the same video game as you, but they're gonna outrank you in a sixth of the time because of some weird ladder change that they just threw out. Like, that's just the tip of the ice. I mean, I could keep going. I can go play a game like Fortnite 5 years ago and have support a creator where I could promote skins and make money promoting this fucking game. Nope. No quality of life change for streamers. Like, I don't know. That's how I feel. Oh, there it is. There it is. 5 minutes of my life I don't get back. I don't get that time back. There it is. It's gone. And guess what? 30 seconds to change that button that says dodging should happen at the end of bans. If the bans, like once the bans go through, right? You can't dodge anymore. You're stuck in the game. This game it has no respect for my time. Now, because I showed my champion, there's a very high chance that unless I reset the queue and stick myself in this fucking game again for 3 minutes in this queue again, there's a chance that the champion that I want to play today is going to be taken or picked or banned, or alternatively, I'm going to get autofilled to a role that I didn't want to play. And guess what? All that, even if I wade through that, there's a chance that this happens again. This is only in Diamond right now. I just want to play. I'm a gamer. I'm an introvert. I just want to play the game in front of my viewers. That's all I want to do. I've been sitting here for months just like, one day it's like an abusive relationship. Because for years and years, I'm like, surely this game's going to be updated. It's going to be like a League of Legends 2. Dude, they fucking hate us, man. This company hates our guts, dude. They don't want nothing to do with us. This company can't stand us. This company wants there to be a different game so bad, but they're banking on the idea that the game is so addicting that people aren't going to do something else. You know what I mean? And I feel like lately, when you add, like, that's one thing, but when you add the community just being so miserable and insufferable on top of it, and by just like, not just the community of just people, like I said, there are people, like if you read my TikToks and like shorts and stuff, I'll do it, like my editors put together a coaching thing and a bunch of people in the comments literally pretend that they know what the fuck a coaching is. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my career. It's embarrassing. It's literally people pretending that they know anything about the video game. Do you know why? Because somebody higher ranked than them told them to think that I'm bad. That's it. 9 times out of 10, the people that say that, they have not made educational content. They haven't climbed on multiple champs, multiple roles. They haven't put the hours in. None of that. Just somebody that they like said this guy sucks, and that's it. That's it. That's it. You just now people just think you're dumb. They just think you're dumb. Doesn't matter. Isn't that funny? Look, my runes just changed. I don't know what they changed to. I don't know why they changed. Yep, there they go. Okay, we're back now, I guess. Because, you know, runes are unstable too. I mean, you're seeing it, right? Like, I don't think I'm being dramatic. Like, you guys see this. I'll keep playing it until, like I said, the end of season. But I'm telling you, man, it's wild, right? It took us like extra time just to get into a game. And it's like Riot doesn't want you to be here, you know? So, I mean, it's like they're mad at you for playing it. I don't know, but let me know what you think, chat. Let me know what you think. You think I'm being dramatic?